what's going on? Zash here, coming at you today in Raid Shadow Legends. Quick video, I think, maybe, who knows? Who knows with me? Today, just wanted to kind of make a video. I have absolutely nothing written down, so, you know, unscripted opinion videos, you never know what's gonna come out.
Do you want to see him?
Yeah.
When the music stops, you see him in the mirror standing behind you.
Look what she made me do.
You never know what's gonna come out. You never know what you're gonna... How is Arena? Still good for you guys? Still bad for you guys? Like, endgame players are really upset about Arena right now. And then it feels like, though, it's a very, very good time to farm your Great Hall as well. So it's kind of a mixed bag right now in terms of how people are experiencing the Arena. But anyway, that's not the point of today's video. The point of today's video is to talk a little bit about the future plans of the channel. And, you know, really to answer the question, not to be so, I don't know, hyperbolic about it, but will I ever quit Raid Shadow Legends, right? Or why won't I quit Raid Shadow Legends? Or maybe more timely right now, why I'm not playing, or why I'm not in a search for other games to play, other games, excuse me, to really sink my teeth into. I say this especially because Diablo Immortal is coming out in a couple weeks. Man, I've been following Diablo Immortal for a couple years now, actually, through mostly Echo Gaming, a longtime friend of mine, and also a bunch of raid creators are kind of making the switch over, or at least covering both of the games, right? So I actually have a lot of plans through, you know, the company that I work with, AMG, to help support, you know, a lot of players and creators in Diablo Immortal, in the community at large. I think it's a really cool IP. You know, I played Diablo 1, I played Diablo 2 back in the day. However, whether it's Diablo Immortal is not a shot at Diablo Immortal or any other game, right? Or any other game. I feel like there's always that hot new, you know, girl on the block or guy on the block, you know, whatever you're into, right?
It got weird, didn't it?
Yeah.
And it comes around. I've been doing this for over 8 years now, you know, doing gaming on YouTube, right? And boy, I gotta thank you guys, because holy shit, man, you guys, because of you guys, I really haven't had to work in a long time, you know? I mean, sure, I do some here and there in other jobs and stuff like that, but I really, it's a cool life to live, man. It's a cool life to live, just trying to help people out, trying to do as much good as you possibly can, and doing that while you're playing video games, you know? So I never, ever, ever take that for granted. I'm so lucky to be here. I'm not very entertaining. Harry!
He doesn't have a sense of humor.
I'm not very good at games. The new skin here. And then,
Hello there, it's me.
oops. Take two. Cut. All right, so here's the new Arbiter.
I'm still here!
How do you put the skin on? Take three. Cut. Oh.
Still in the room.
What the frick? But yet, I'm still able to get away with this somehow, some way. You know, just showing a lot of gratitude for where I am in life, and that's because of you guys for continuing to watch this channel. And views are down a bit in Raid, but again, I'm a dinosaur, man. I've been around the game long enough to know that things ebb and flow, you know, and also a lot has to do with kind of the war in Ukraine, right? And setbacks, basically development setbacks in Raid. So things do feel kind of dead, because they are kind of dead in Raid. I mean, it actually shocks me that they've been able, excuse me, to get out as much content as they've been able to get out, right? But for me, I'm not really looking for any new game, right? So even about Diablo, like Diablo Immortal is going to require a lot of time, probably a lot of money too. I don't want to judge you fairly or unfairly here, but time and or money, right? Let's put it that way. And I really, really value my time, especially right now. And I've invested so much time and sadly money. Yes, Plarium, you know.
Okay.
Plarium, you got me again. We have a 10 times chance to pull my most wanted champion. You know what? Gosh, I'm just dying for the 15th shard opening video on Ash Raid Shadow Legends. Big S on the forehead, but that is not going to prevent us from opening some shards today. We got the double legendary event today, so I just can't go without another day without another Raid Shadow Legends shard opening video.
Do not attach any association of this to me whatsoever. I have nothing to do with such idiocy.
So much time and money in Raid Shadow Legends, and honestly, even though we make plenty of videos complaining about Raid Shadow Legends on this channel, because it's fun to do. I mean, we're passionate about something. When you're passionate about something, complaining and giving critical feedback is part of the process, right? However, I still really love this game, man. And like, dude, maybe I'm the world's biggest sucker. Who the hell cares, man? Like, obviously, I'm assuming most of you guys like the game too. Otherwise, why are you watching my channel? Maybe just out of some morbid curiosity. What is this idiot gonna say next? What is this loser gonna say next? But, you know, most of you guys probably like the game too, right? And I feel like this game, compared to every other kind of gotcha, you know, champion genre game out there, to me, it feels like they did it right. They nailed it, right? The infrastructure, the foundation, if you will, in this game is there. Do I always agree with the decisions they make, Plarium? Absolutely not, right? Are they too profit-driven? Arguably, yes, I think they are. It's still ridiculous to me that there's no way to even farm legendary books in this game. Like, dude, what? Like, some things make no sense at all in this game. But we love to hate the game, and I gotta say, I really love you guys, and I'm not trying to be corny and cheesy or suck up to you guys in any way. I'm really not. But the community here has been really, really badass, like really cool. You guys are good people, you know, for the most part. Some of you guys hate me, but someone's always gonna hate you out there, you know? Like, that's the first thing you learn about the internet and about life, right? It's not everybody's gonna like you, but ultimately, you just have to accept that, no matter what line of work you're in, right? You just gotta be yourself and just whatever, right? With all that said, though, I really like you guys, man. Like, I like the Raid community. I also like the creators in the Raid community. Like, I wish they didn't, you know, some of them don't leave to go to other games, but that's also nature of the beast, right? It's just the way things are. But I've invested too much of my time and my money into Raid Shadow Legends at this point, given the fact that I still really enjoy the game, to where I don't really have any interest in playing any other game. Even if another game comes along that I really dig, you know, like, I wish, you know, Diablo Immortal looks freaking cool. So did a bunch of other games, right? I mean, there's been so many games over the last 2 or 3 years that were supposed to be raid killers, according to who's who in the proverbial who's who in the community have claimed, or I should say anointed, the next raid killer probably 100 times. And I've really never fallen for it. I've always been skeptical, at least. And you know what? One day there will be a raid killer, and I won't believe it.
I got royalty inside my DNA.
But this is gonna sound crazy, guys. A lot of it falls on the developer, right? Like, do they have the interest in marketing this game and continuing to build this game and theme Plarium's a lot of their goals around this game for years and years to come? I think that they ought to, because they created something really special in this title, right? In Raid Shadow Legends, this offering that not a lot of games have, you know? Summoner's War is a game that's been almost 10 years strong. It's kind of in the same genre. Clash of Clans, not really the same genre, but still RPG kind of elements to it. It's over 10 years old. Raid Shadow Legends not even 4 years old, right? It just had its 3-year anniversary already. So in my mind, it's still the infancy of Raid Shadow Legends. Now, they can't just keep the game as it is right now and expect the game to go on 7 more years. Absolutely not. There has to be that innovation, and it usually does come. We usually see a major update 3 or 4 years into a game's lifespan. And again, there have been understandable setbacks in Raid, but for example, in Clash of Clans, it was 3 or 4 years until they released Clan Wars, which really changed the way that we played the game. And I do think that update, if they get it right, which is a big if, for Plarium, for Raid Shadow Legends, is going to be that real true PvP element of the game, right? We have a lot of PvE content in the game. I do want to see a way to farm books, as I mentioned. I want to see them continue to instill these or institute these time-saving ways, like super raids for Faction Wars, for example. Like, I love that they did that. Amazing. But just let's make them all 3 at once, right? Do you need us to play it twice instead of 1 time, you know? I feel like they're inching in the right direction in those areas. But other than that, I do want to see that major feature now. I think that we're ready for it. They've instituted a freaking hell of a lot of quality of life changes into the game, right? A lot of stuff. We forget half the stuff they've added in, from AI to, you know, small reworks in the tavern, stuff like that, right? And there's shops everywhere. There's a clan shop, a bazaar shop, there's tournaments, there's events, there's clan tournaments, there's tag team, there's Forge Pass, there's all this stuff. Now it's getting to be a little bit, for me, paralysis by analysis. Like, there's a billion things to do in this game. I don't care if you spend a lot of money or no money in this game. And that is, we talk about it all the time here on the channel, but that's kind of that's the real gotcha in Raid Shadow Legends, is if it's all about your enjoyment, which it's a video game, it should be all about your enjoyment, then you can have just as much fun not spending any money on this pay-to-win game inherently, right? But you can have a lot of fun just not spending money on it.
Give me my money.
So I feel like, I say all that to say that in my mind, the future of this game, I'm excited for it, because I think the future, the best is still yet to come. I really do believe that, and you can call me a sucker and idiot, I don't really care, you know, but I'm optimistic about this game, because the team has gotten this far, making the coolest, you know, game in the genre. And you know, I've invested a lot of time in I've already mentioned it 100 times, but I'm gonna mention it one last time. I invested a lot in a game that I really enjoy, and I feel like the best is yet to come, right? So listen, it's a super pro Raid Shadow Legends video. Again, it was all off the cuff. Maybe I ought to, you know, now that I have some more thoughts in my head, maybe I ought to re-record the video. But I think it's kind of better just coming off the cuff videos like this. At least that's how I've handled them throughout my, you know, content experience, my experience as a content creator, my history. So guys, let me know what you think. No, 2 questions. Number 1 is, do you plan on covering? Do you plan on creating a YouTube channel and covering the game like I do? Do you plan on still playing this game? Even despite new and sexier new offerings coming in the genre? Or do you plan on dabbling in maybe both? Or do you plan on just quitting Raid? It's just trying to find a game that gives you an excuse to finally pull the cord. Let me know in the comments below, guys. Those are my opinions. A few of you guys have asked me in the comments, so I figured I'd make this video and try to explain kind of where my head was at. Thank you for watching, and as always, take care, guys.